YouTube channel. Today we will discuss water under the chapter hydrogen. First thing is structure of a water molecule. In water, oxygen contains two lone pair and two covalent bond with the hydrogen. So total sigma bonds are four, two direct sigma bond and two lone pairs. Two bond pair and two lone pair. So its hybridization is sp3. Hybridization is sp3 means it has four sp3 hybrid orbitals. Out of these four orbitals, two orbitals overlap with the hydrogen and two orbitals, hybrid orbitals, were occupied by lone pair. So its structure is its structure is a V shape or a band shape. The regular bond angle of sp3 hybridization is 109 degree 28 minutes, but due to presence of lone pair and lone pair repulsion is slightly higher than lone pair bond pair. These lone pair repulsion results into higher extent, and that's why the bond angle of water is reduced to 104 degree 5 minutes. So its bond angle is why? Because of lone pair repulsion is higher than lone pair bond pair, so molecules slightly collapse. So bond angle decreases to 109 degree to 104 degree 5 minutes. This is the structure of a water molecule. In a gaseous state, water molecule exists as an independent molecule, but in a liquid state and in ice, water associate as a associated molecules. So what happens in a liquid state? This is the lattice of a water molecule. N number of molecules are there. So each oxygen is surrounded by four hydrogens. Two are covalent bonded and two are hydrogen bonded hydrogens. And that is why, because of a intermolecular hydrogen bonding, the hydrogen bond between two same molecules, and it is can be represented as a homomolecular hydrogen bonding, homomolecular intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So in water, oxygen is tetrahedrally surrounded by four oxygens. Two are covalent bonded and two are hydrogen bonded. This is the lattice of a water molecule. But in gaseous state, it behaves as a discrete molecule, independent molecule. No hydrogen bonding in a gaseous state. But in liquid and in solid state, a three-dimensional network is formed in which each oxygen is surrounded by four hydrogens. That is a representation of water lattice. Now, what are the physical properties of water. Water has a high melting point, boiling point, high heat of fusion and high heat of vaporization as compared to other hydrides of group number 16. Water is the member of oxygen is the member of group number 16. So hydrides of group number 16 are so the properties of water like melting point, boiling point, high heat of fusion and high heat of vaporization is higher than that of other hydrides due to presence of hydrogen bonding. Only in water hydrogen bonding is there. In these three, no hydrogen bond. That's why water has different properties other than hydrides of group number 16. Second is water has a high dielectric constant. It means it has ability to dissolve many inorganic compounds. Due to high dielectric constant, it has ability to dissolve many inorganic compounds. So water is considered as a universal solvent. It is a universal solvent. It can dissolve maximum number of inorganic compounds as well as organic compound. Now we have two types of compound and what type of solubility we can see. What is the reason of solubility of ionic compounds in water? This is because of ion dipole interaction. So inorganic compounds are soluble in water due to ion dipole interaction, but organic compounds we have noticed that many organic compounds are soluble in water also, but that solubility is due to formation of a hydrogen bonding. Phenol, benzoic acid, aniline, sugar, they may form a hydrogen bond with the water. So ionic are soluble due to ion dipole interaction, but covalent are soluble in water due to hydrogen bonding. That is the difference between solubility of ionic compounds and solubility of covalent compounds in water. And hence water acts as a great solvent, universal solvent. Now what are the chemical properties? First thing is stability. Water is a stable molecule due to high heat of lattice or high heat of crystal formation. high heat of lattice or its lattice energy is quite higher than other hydrides. That's why it is stable at a room temperature, ordinary temperature. But at high temperature, it decomposes to give hydrogen and oxygen. But still, decomposition rate is very slow. Only for example, at 1500 Kelvin, 1500 Kelvin is a quite high temperature, but still decomposition is dissociation is only 2%. It dissociates to give. So it dissociate to give hydrogen and oxygen, but dissociation extent degree of dissociation is quite low even at high temperature. That's why water is a stable molecule due to high heat of a lattice. Second is water has amphoteric nature. It means it can behave as acid as well as a base. For example, we have this reaction water plus ammonia to give ammonium ion and a hydroxide ion. We can see in this reaction water has donated its proton. It donated proton to ammonia and hence ammonium ion is formed. So here it is acting as a proton donor. So it is acid here and ammonia is a base. Proton donor is called acid and proton acceptor is called a base. So water here acting as a acid. But if the reaction takes place with the H2S, water plus H2S, here we can say it has accepted the proton coming from H2S. So water can behave as acid as well as base depending on the nature of other molecules. So if reaction is with ammonia, then it is behaving as acid. It is giving its proton. But if reaction is with H2S, it is accepting proton. So proton acceptor is base, proton donor is acid. So water is a amphoteric molecule. Third property is self-ionization of water. Self-ionization of water molecule, as a result hydronium ion and hydroxide ion is formed. One water molecule is behaving as a acid, second is base. So this is acid 1, base 1. Conjugated acid base were present in a self-ionization of a water molecule. As a result, hydronium ion and hydroxide ions are formed, and this reaction is in a equilibrium. This is the property number 3, self-ionization. Fourth is hydrolysis property of water. As we have discussed, water is a universal solvent, so it hydrolyzes most of the compounds. For example, it hydrolyze oxide to hydroxide. Second is it hydrolyze phosphide to hydroxide and phosphine gas is released. Third, it hydrolyze carbonate. Fourth, it hydrolyzes nitrites. So what we can say, water has a great property to dissolve many organic as well as inorganic substances. So it hydrolyzes oxides, phosphides, carbonates, nitrites, and so on. Various reaction takes place. That is all for chemical properties of water. That's it for water. Thank you.